I'm out at Jan McNeilan's today, and Jan, so it's officially spring, so what's going on in the garden? What should we be doing?
Well, first what I have is what I call a Ray-ism.
Ray's her husband.
Ray was the extension agent and statewide Master Gardener Program leader for 32 years,
Yep.
and we had a book that we used to call What to Do in the Garden, and we would answer questions in the book. And I found this morning. It says, "Roses look dead, should I fertilize them?" And Ray's answer was, "Would you give oats to a dead horse?"
Good comeback.
So if you've got plants in the garden that don't look alive, fertilizing them until you know if they're going to live or not.
Right.
So wait until you see some new growth on them and then give them a light fertilizing and see if they're going to make it.
Makes much more
or
sense.
not. Yeah, it does.
Right,
but I
right.
thought that was a great one. So.
Yeah.
A lot of times this time of year people haven't pruned their grapes and they wonder if it's too late. And it's really not. It's really never too late. But people will worry because when they make the cut, they weep and just pump water.
Okay.
But they're not bleeding and it isn't going to hurt
Doesn't
them
hurt
at all.
'em.
But better time to prune is February for grapes for the most part.
Right, but it's good to do it because you'll get better production.
Absolutely. Take 90% of it out and you'll end up with good
grapes,
grape
yeah.
harvest. The other thing is this is the time of year where the soils are still cold.
It's
But
remarkable.
Right,
You
and then
think-
when we have some really nice days, you want to get out there and do everything. So look at the soil temperature. Our temperature this morning is reading 40 degrees.
It's cold.
There aren't many crops, any annual or cool, warm season
Right.
vegetables that will make it in this kind of
tomatoes,
soil.
peppers, no.
No. So keep cleaning up. I've got lots of cleanup to do here to take these stakes out, some of the dead plants from last year. And clean up your beds, edge them, whatever.
Right.
But don't put a lot of mulch on because you want to make sure that the soil warms up and your plants start to grow before you put the mulch on.
Sure.
So do weeding, edging, you can do all of that kind of stuff. You can look and see what your lawn looks like and maybe do some overseeding after April 15th and go from there.
Right. There's always a list to do. I mean, it's always make that to-do list and you go out and get it. There's always a weed to pull, something to do like that.
Well, there's lots of to-do lists, and the thing of it is the weather changes from one year to the next. Don't assume that because it's on the list that you have to do it.
Right.
Just sort of use common sense and go from there.
Well, if you have any other questions, please go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over to the OSU site for more information about what you could do in your garden. Thanks so much, Jan.
You're welcome.